What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is Ardmal 7. This is Season 50, War number 2. LVT has matched DD13. I've got 5 fights this war. I am bringing Titania, Warlock, and Wags for pre-fights, and I am taking Path 2 in Section 1, Path 4 in Section 2, and Node 46 Mangog. Alright, my first fight today is Wong on Node 2. That is the first fight on Path 2 in Section 1. I will be using Titania. My Titania is rank 3. I am running full suicides with max recoil here. I'm going to just be trying to use the SP3. With Titania for most of the fights, you want to just get to the SP3 and then nuke with the big damage to follow. So ideally, you're not throwing other specials unless they are just to finish off. Against Wong here, I want to try to bait his SP1s and then just watch his mystical charges. If those get up high, like around 80 plus, then I need to just start paying attention to be able to heavy knockdown to remove those without taking that big burst of energy damage. Titania is buff immune, so I'm not going to trigger a lot of Unstoppable unless he is throwing a heavy, but that will just eat up his mystical charges too, so not a bad thing if he throws the heavy either. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get the knockdown into the SP3 from my Haymaker there, but I'll just throw it. I mean, Wong's already super low. The SP3 is going to do a bunch of damage here. Max recoil makes it nice and easy. So just dash in, one more hit, and he's dead. All right, next up is Red Guardian on Node 11. I will be using Warlock for the next few fights. So I swap over to Tech Power Back Boosts. I'm still running Suicides. The game plan here is to just parry heavy. Red Guardian is a tactic defender, and Warlock is not a tactic attacker. So as long as he's stunned from the parry, then I am free to heavy. He won't auto-block from that, and he won't evade either if he's still stunned. So just parry heavy to my SP2, get a parry stun, and throw the SP2 for the kill. That is the plan here. But even just these heavies and the bleeds to follow with Suicides on is just crushing him. So he throws the SP2. We'll get one more parry and throw the SP2 to kill. All right, on to Section 2. I will be taking Path 4. The first fight there is Scorpion on Node 22. Scorpion is another tactic defender, so same strategy here. I'm going to parry heavy, but Warlock is poison immune, so I do not need to worry about the poisons. I don't need to worry about the power stings that are associated with his debuffs. But we're just going to parry heavy, and these crits do crazy damage. Like, rank 3 Warlock is just insane. So I'm already at my SP2 because of the PS1. Throw the SP2, and he is dead. All right, next up is Dust on Node 31. This is the second fight on Path 4. LVT's had a little bit of an issue with this Dust placement. We've been trying a variety of matchups. Warlock does this fight pretty well. Obviously, you don't want to take a combo right here at the start. But I still do have the PS1, the Suicides, the Tech Power Boosts, and she is going to be unblockable a bit, but just get some intercepts. Once we get to the SP2, this fight is done. One thing to note about Dust is that you don't want to heavy because the bleed will give her sand charges or whatever they're called. And then we just want to try to bait her SP1s here. I am running, I think, 2 points in recoil here, and I'm basically ignoring the power stings. So I do take a fair amount of damage, but this is my last fight with Warlock, so no big deal. But after 2 SP2, she's almost dead. Get one more intercept, and it's done. All right, my last fight is Mangog on Node 46, and I'll be using Titania. Swap back over to the Science Power Boosts. I've got max recoil here, and I'm going to use an invulnerability boost. The game plan is to push Mangog to his SP3s and just not let him throw SP2 at all. He does get a crazy amount of power gain at the start due to the Wong, persistent charge thing that carries over to the next fight, and the fact that the power gain's increased by like 200% on this node. So he does go to SP3 really fast, but he's being nice and friendly here and just not throwing it. So finally there it is. And again, I've got the invulnerability boost on, so this is going to do no damage, no big deal. And we are just trying to get to our SP3 and to just get as much burst in following that as we can. So here we are. I'm going to throw the Haymaker, get that first hit of the heavy to double my debuffs coming out of this SP3. The SP3 does good damage on its own, and here we are just going for the kill here. So get a couple heavies in, and then I want to try to line up my striker as well. And then one more combo and the SB2, and he is done. All right, quick and easy. War number 2 is in the books. I improved to 10-0 on the season. LVT does win this war and improves to 2-0 on the season. Thanks, guys.